from the very first few times we were together in the late 80s, I was so impressed and inspired and in awe of your activism. You seem like a person who, even without Star Trek, would be pursuing justice and equality for all. How has Star Trek affected that activist impulse? How has Star Trek intersected with your values over all of these years?
Well, you're very kind to give me credit for all of that, but you got to remember, as I said, I was closeted. I wasn't that gutsy. The reason that I have been an issues-oriented guy is because when I was 5 years old, I had one of the most egregious failures of our democracy thrown in my face. My parents got me up together with my brother, a year younger, and my baby sister was an infant. And my brother and I were told to wait in the living room while my parents did some last-minute packing back in the bedroom. And so the two of us were just gazing out the living room window at the neighborhood. And suddenly we saw two soldiers marching up our driveway, carrying rifles with shiny bayonets on them. They stomped up the front porch and with their fists began pounding on the door. My father came out and answered the door, and literally at gunpoint, we were ordered out of our home. As it turned out, it was simply because we looked like this. We were Americans, and yet our government, our own government, the United States of America, categorized us as enemy alien, which was crazy, totally irrational. I mean, I wasn't an enemy. I was a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And I wasn't an alien. I was born right here in Los Angeles, California. My mother was born in Sacramento. My father was a San Franciscan. Yet, because of this face, we became enemy aliens and imprisoned in barbed wire American concentration camps. Barbed wire fences, sentry towers, machine guns pointed at us. When I made the night runs from our barrack to the latrine, searchlights followed me. We grew up in an American concentration camp. And it wasn't until I was a teenager, the war was over, and we were just as irrational. You know, if we were enemy aliens, how come the gates were thrown open and we were free to go? My parents were impoverished. They took everything from us. My father's business, our bank account, our home, because we couldn't make the mortgage payment. We were impoverished. The government gave us $25 each and a one-way ticket to anywhere in the United States that we wanted to go to. And we came back to Los Angeles. And our first home was on Skid Row, which for us kids was the worst part of the internment. It was terrorizing. I mean, because children are amazingly adaptable. We adjusted to imprisonment, the routine, the regimentation, the order. But coming home was to us terrifying. Here was Skid Row with the chaos and the noise all day, all night long, sirens screaming. Our hotel room would suddenly glow red with the police lights there. It was a terrifying place. In fact, my baby sister shrieked once when a derelict staggered in front of us and barfed. She said, "Mama, let's go back home," behind barbed wire fences.
Oh my goodness.
And so, this was my childhood. And when I became a teenager, I became very curious about our imprisonment. And I sat down with my father after dinner to find out more about why we were imprisoned.